Hi, I'm Attorney Pandalian. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer. And in this particular video, we will cover what to do in the event that you cannot find your I-94 or entry of, stamp of entry to the United States. And so under U.S. law, when you come into the U.S., you're given either an electronic record or there's a stamp on your passport which really shows the date when you arrived into the United States. This is a very important date because for a lot of different immigrant categories or green cards, you are required to have entered with inspection. And so this stamp or this proof shows that you were inspected while arriving in the United States and you did not just cross the border undocumented. And so, but a lot of times what happens is, for example, we had a client that for 30 years, they never had to use this I-94 document, and then out of the sudden they needed it because they needed to get a green card for the wife. And so the challenge became, well, we are 2 passports later and the old passport has been given back to the country of origin and is nowhere to be found. And so what can we do? How can we get access to another I-94? Well, so some of the things you can do, it's a little tricky, but some of the things you can do is you can call CBP or Customs and Border Patrol at the port of entry. Let's say the port of entry was Detroit, and you call them up and ask them if they have a record. And so if the agent is nice enough, which they typically are, they will give you, what they will ask you for is, they will ask you for your name and they'll ask you for the year. And so if you have the passport number, that would be really great, but most of the time people won't have it. And so one of the things you can do is just give them the name and the years when you entered, and then they will do a broad search and see if they can find it. So that's one way. A second way is to go back to your country of origin where you got the passport from, and then see if they have a record of the passport that was returned when you received a new passport. So that's a second piece of evidence, second way to get an I-94. And a third way, and a little more official way, although it takes longer, is by filing with USCIS to get another I-94 and stating that your old I-94 is nowhere to be found. And so for cases where typically it's in the last 5 years, I believe it's since 2013, you can go online and see if you can get access to your I-94. To do that, however, you need your passport number. And so if you don't have your passport number, that's going to be really hard to do. And so these are the different ways that you can get an additional I-94. And so, well, there's actually another way, which is you can do a Freedom of Information request and see and get access to everything that the government has on you. Just know that that might take a little bit of time. Okay, and so these are the different ways to get your I-94. Thank you for watching.